Tetros focused again on the mirror, keeping his face out of its reflection. What had Aladdin used this for? How did it help him get out of this car? Of course, slumdog, streets wet, but a legend for a reason. The prince tucked the mirror into the back of his pants. Then he gazed up at the genie, his blue eyes aflame. "I'd like to make my first wish, please," said Tetros. The genie gave the weirdest wish of his hand. "Done," he declared. "Won't last more than an hour. Even my magic has limits." Tetros inspected his body, unchanged on the outside, but inside, his blood tingled with bubbling heat, as if his veins were growing wider. His skin felt looser on his bones, more elastic. He held up a hand with a simple focus on mind. He washed the hair on the back of its visage, the skin turning paler, more feminine. Then he stopped the transformation just as he started it, his hand reverting to a golden, silvery fist. "An hour is all I need," said Tetros. He glanced at his mother, who was surely thinking the same thing as her son. That the genie had given Tetros precisely what he had asked for, but whether this first wish was well used, only time would tell. "And your second wish?" the genie asked. "Same as the first," Tetros answered. He pointed at his mother. "But do it to her." Tetros could see her clenching her arms over her chest, as if trying to block the sensations she was feeling inside. Mother and son shared the same powers now. But where these powers unburdened Tetros, they seemed to make his mother shrink deeper into her skin. Will she be able to do the job when the moment comes? The prince wondered. Did I make a mistake in picking her? "And your third wish?" the genie asked. Tetros hushed from the harder, drowning out the sounds from beyond. This last wish was the rub. He kept his face steady, trying to give nothing away. But his mother had no such restraint. He could see her chewing on her lip and picking at her nails, glancing worriedly at him. The genie noticed. "And your third wish?" he repeated with suspicion. The prince looked hard into the genie's eyes. "My third wish is that you become deathly allergic to ladybugs." "What?" The genie nodded. From the ceiling of the cave, a big pink ladybug dropped onto his shoulder. Instantly, the genie broke out into bright pink paws and clenched his throat, gagging for breath. He flung the beetle to the ground, about to stomp on it. "Wouldn't do that, considering it's your princess," said Tetros. The genie glared at him, confused. Then he looked down at the pink bug, blinking up at the genie with almond-shaded eyes before it began skittering around him, making him erupt in a fresh burst of blizzards. Panicked, the genie pounded the bug across the cave, straight into Tetros' hands. "You said to deliver your princess to you. You didn't say in what form," the prince mouthed, petting the beetle. "And it turns out a teacher of animal communication enjoys mortifying into the precise insect that now kills you to be near. Doesn't sound like this tale will end in happily ever after, will it?" The ladybug whispered in Tetsu's ear. Besides, Uma says she might be your true love, but you're certainly not hers, he related. The genie's mist went weather, his eyes poisonous yellow. Where the deal? You made a promise. Which we fulfilled, Tetris pointed out. You think you'll get away with this? The genie shouted. You cheat! You thief! Says a genie who makes a sport of stealing men's lives. Tetris reproached it. The genie who thinks he can cheat his way to love. The genie longed for him, but Uma's bug bounced onto his face, and the genie recoiled in horror. He smacked her away, except the ladybug kept scuttling towards him, concerning him against the lamp, choking him with her mere presence as he contorted with pain. Desperate to stay alive, the genie put back into his lamp, leaving only his scared face exposed. Then his expression changed, a triumphant leer growing, as he extended his neck like a snake's and confronted Tetris eye to eye. You're forgetting something, fell the prince. You don't know the secret word. You're trapped here forever. You idiot. You arrogant fool. I don't know the secret word, Tetris confessed. That is true. He looked up at the genie. But you're forgetting something too. Tetris pulled Aladdin's mirror out of his pants and held it up, reflecting his stunned opponent. In a flash, the prince was falling through tiger eyes. But only one secret played in the genie's soul, again and again and again. A single shining word carved in darkness like a wish against the night. Tetris yanked himself back into the cave just as the genie surged out of his lamp with the last of his strength, claws out for the prince. Tetris put his nose to the genie's. The secret word is human. No! The genie screamed, dragged back into the lamp. All at once, sand swirled under Tetris' feet, lifting him and his mother out of the cave, Uma's bug scrambling after them. Soaring above, Tetris smelled the heat of the desert above him, sweat beading on his skin. He could hear the confessed cries of Japheth's army, the first part of the plan surely complete. His mother snatched at the mirror, still in his hands. Leave it, Guinevere said. Bad things happen to thieves.